What is going on out there, peoples? Anyway, so I thought we'd get into Iraqi news. I hope you guys like the other videos. I like watching them because, when you look at those, they're materialistic things. Look, they're not as important as your family and your health. But, I mean, these are things that you can have and you can enjoy if you just plan things out right, all right? I won't go on and on about that, but there are definitely some interesting things happening around the world. Okay, so look, here's an article. If the parliament does not give confidence to Zafi, the power of the prime minister would go to the president of the republic. Now, we've spoken about this before, but I really think this guy is going to make it. I know that the Shiites faction of the group in parliament is against this because, look, let's be honest. They know this guy is friendly to America. They know that he is anti-Iranian and that he's pro-Iraqi, and that's the wrong combination, especially when the Iraqi people unfortunately has allowed so many Iranian-backed people into the parliament. Now, there is a scenario that can play out in which this guy does not win, and this might be better, believe it or not. So let's kind of get into this. So this legal expert confirmed on Wednesday that the failure of the prime minister designate Zorfi will lead to the transfer of the government power to the president Souley. We talked about this. We said that this could happen. But here's what I like about this. It goes on and talks about all the different articles in the Constitution. If he does not get the confidence of Parliament, the power would then go back to the president. And then the president could go ahead and choose another individual. But there's something better. It's something that I think would be beneficial more to the Iraqi people. Anyways, they're giving this guy 30 days or a little bit more than 30 days to put together his cabinet. I think from all the stuff that I read, and again, I don't live in Iraq and I don't know all these politicians very well, but I've seen a lot of articles and where people are commenting from these news articles that, this guy could be the real deal. I think what benefits Zarfi is this. His relationship with Trump and his relationship with the United States. That could be a very big plus in one way and negative in another. Negative in the fact that the Iranian-backed people don't want anybody that's related or has any affiliation with the United States in there. But it's beneficial because if this guy gets in there and he gets his cabinet in there, then they know there's a lot of good things that could quickly happen for the Iraqi people. I know Trump has already, when the other prime minister designate was in there, they had already started negotiating on free trade agreements. Of course, we know what happened. He never did get elected, and now we got this guy Zarfi in there. But he actually has a much more stronger relationship with Trump. Here's the kicker. Most people might not know this. This guy's American-born, Zarfi is, okay? So he's American-born Iraqi, and he's so the president Souley wants this guy in there. America wants this guy in here. Something's telling me that Trump is going to get what he wants. I think they really want this guy in here. I think they're tired of waiting. If this guy does not get in there, then there's an option to dissolve the parliament. Right here, you can see this. Okay, so real quick, it goes on. If Safari's not succeeded in his 30-year mission, or parliament does not give him confidence here, matter will go to Article 81 of the Constitution, where administration of the Council of Ministers moves to the President of the Republic. Additions to his duties as President, he has, according to his article, to assign another candidate, which is the opportunity beyond an opportunity, where if this taxpayer fails to succeed, the President of the Republic will have the right to dissolve the Parliament. He needs to dissolve the Parliament. Here's the thing. The majority of the voting bloc are Iranian-backed people. All right? I told you you have 4 different factions in there, and all of them are not friends with one another. All right? You have different tribes in there. They've been warring for years. I don't be surprised if you don't see this happen. So, if Zarfi does not win, the president will appoint one other one to go as prime minister. If he does not win the election, then that's it. The president can dissolve. So what are we talking about? The last one took 60 days. So if this guy doesn't make it this month, we're looking at another 60 days for the other guy if he sees or fails. So sometime around July is if these people don't agree on a PM, then sometime by July you could look to seeing Iraq dissolve its parliament. Okay? So don't be surprised if it goes in that direction. You're not going to get these guys to agree on anybody that is not voted on by the largest voting bloc in there, which are all Iranian-backed people. It's not going to happen. Even if they could get somebody in there, it would be supported by Trump and all hell would break loose. Okay, so let's go on down here. So I find this interesting as well. So we have intelligence information about an Iran-backed attack on our forces. So Trump also just announced today that the military is going to be on our coast and guarding our borders. What we heard is that the intelligence agencies have found, credible intelligence that the cartel plan on making some big moves against the people here in the United States. And so Trump has dispatched the military. All right, he has the authority to do that. Now, where it was a violation of the Constitution for a military to be armed and in the United States, but in this case, because of where we are right now with the coronavirus, okay, he has gotten additional powers. And so Trump is sending the military out to intercept these people. So he's actually literally going after the cartel members is what the word is. Now they're down in Venezuela. They're down in El Salvador. They're in Mexico. The president of Mexico, is my understanding, has agreed to allow Trump to do what he needs to do to clear out the cartel. We'll see if that's the truth. Like I said before, for some of you Q followers, we think there's something bigger happening within our country. So we'll watch for the 10 days of darkness. My understanding is that there will be no internet, there will be no telephone communications, which makes absolute sense to me. So people, if for whatever reason you have no cell reception or you can't make a phone call, there's no internet, there's no social media platforms, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. This is just Trump arresting a ton of people that was promised to us by to Q followers that this was going to happen. And then Q told us it was our responsibility to inform you so that you don't panic. So we're informing you. Now, whether or not it happens is another story altogether. But the U.S. official confirmed to Reuters on Wednesday that the American intelligence informed about a possible Iran-backed attack on American forces and installations in Iraq. So we already got the Patriot missiles there. We're ready. Trump has said that, of course, the intelligence that this is going to happen. They've used this excuse before to go in there and whip ass in Iraq. I'm not surprised. I told you Trump is kicking the training wheels off, and not only that, he is fed up. His goal is to go in there and remove all Iranian-backed militia. He's already talking about sending a small group of forces in there to forcefully get these guys out. So don't be surprised. Man, there's a lot of moving pieces going at one time right now around the world. It isn't just here, it's everywhere. So whether you call this the end of the world for some of you people, to me, I think we're heading to something better. Some people are calling Trump the Antichrist, even though his mother's name is Mary and his father's name is Christ. I would find that ironic, don't you think? Okay, I don't think Trump's the boogeyman. I think the boogeyman was in the last administration. Okay, there are some things going on in the Vatican. Yes, even the Pope said that he does not feel like he'll be Pope much longer, and he misses pizza. Take that for what you will, Q followers. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyways, so there's some intelligence going on there. So I'm going to say this. At the same time, we're going after the cartel, MS-13 gang members, arresting a ton of, people that were corrupt and part of these bigger sex trafficking rings, these satanical cults. There's going to be crap hitting the fan in Iraq at the same time. In Iran, don't be surprised. Now, you heard it here first. Don't be surprised if you don't see Trump take and use drone strikes to take out these nuclear facilities in Iran. I believe that would happen, okay? If he's got the opportunity, he's going to jump on it, okay? So, I told you, look at our Zarfi is an American citizen, and we are not against the assumption of the post of Iraq prime minister. Okay, so this article is just talking about how we support Zarfi. He's an American citizen, and we are not against his appointment. So this is the U.S. presidential advisor to the Middle East. Of course we're not. We want a pro-American person in there. Iraq is going to be the Mecca of the future. One way or a dang another, it's going to happen. Now, for those of you who've been holding on to dinar and your hopes have been up for so long, look, it's not going to take long. It's going to happen. Okay, there's no doubt about it. And hate the Bambito, the Cheeto Bambito or not, This guy accomplishes things he wants to get done, and he gets them done. Okay? So you're going to see a lot of things happen between now and election time. You're going to see mass arrests. You're going to see a roundup of a lot of cartel members. You're going to see a roundup of a lot of MS-13 members. You're going to see a lot of corrupt people go down. You're going to see the doo-doo hit the fan for sure. All right? So don't panic. Just hang tight, because Trump said the best is yet to come. Man, I hope I'm not putting my faith in all the wrong areas, but I'm going to put my faith that Trump is going to come through. Okay? And he's going to just set people free. All right, that's my belief. Okay, so look, we already knew this. We talked about this. Zarfi this is why I think he's going to actually make it through. They're going to do everything they possibly can to get this guy in as prime minister. I told you the Shiites are definitely, yeah, I said the word right. So definitely concerned that their corruption is going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed. There's going to be hell to pay. That's happening all around the world. So all those corrupt politicians everywhere, it's about to hit the fan, if you get my drift, okay? So what else is going on? The central bank takes several measures. Okay, so this is just talking about what the central bank needs to do to make sure that the workers get their salaries. The central bank's doing everything it can to change some policies, which I think is interesting. They're selling off their foreign currencies. In my other video, I told you a lot of these central banks have been stocking up on US dollars, which is very interesting. I think it's very interesting. I told you that I couldn't understand why our own central bank was pumping out money like there was no tomorrow. But not just them. We know that in Iraq, they pumped out, I think it's 55 trillion dinars. What would be the purpose? That's because whatever that I think the purpose of that much money being produced was for is, okay, let me try this again. The reasoning for these central banks to produce so much money, the reasoning for it is about to reveal itself here shortly, okay? So get ready for that. Anyways, like always, I will go ahead and leave a link here for you guys to go down and check out all these different news articles and just give me your opinion on it. All right, I just thought I would share with this. Look, it looks like, and I know sometimes things look always darkest before it's the light. You know what I mean? We know this. Just have faith, man. It's going to happen. I'm so much so that I went and bought another 200,000 dinars. Okay, I did. It just came in the mail today. And here's the thing. People keep asking me, should I buy dong or should I buy dinar? No, gold and silver. Okay, I did buy more dinar, but I also bought a good chunk of it for one of my adopted kids. So I finally talked him into it, and he just went ahead and said, "Well, why not?" So I got it for him, but some of it's for me as well, of course. But look, if anything, gold and silver is a way to go right now. I can't stress that enough. And this is your opportunity to, jump on that while you got an opportunity. Right now, it's sold out everywhere. So do all you can to try to grab some wherever you can. Okay? Anyways, all right. Have a good one.